So on one of my recent videos, I talked about the erogenous zones for men. In this video, I am going to give you the erogenous zones on women. That means I'm going to be giving you a list of the sensitive areas on a woman's body. Yes, my sister, you have 11 areas in your body that can really get you going if they are stimulated or touched the right way. They are sensitive because of the high concentration of nerve endings. The first one that I want to mention is the lips and the mouth, which is pretty obvious because we love to kiss and we love being kissed, right? When lips are kissed, or if he gentle bites on them, that can be very arousing. And the other thing that I'm going to say about the mouth, which I say all the time, make sure that you maintain good oral hygiene, okay? When you brush your teeth, don't forget to brush the tongue, because that is the source or the preferred habitation of stinky breath, okay? If you have chapped lips or cracked lips, what you can do is when you're brushing your teeth, you can just run your toothbrush with toothpaste on your lips. That's a good way of making sure that you get rid of those scales if you have got dry, cracked lips, and also get into the habit of constantly keeping them moisturized with Vaseline or whatever lip balm that you choose to use, okay? Now moving on to the second hot spot on a woman's body, that is the neck. Oh, the neck, oh my goodness, the neck is very sensitive. If he kisses on your neck or if he lightly blows or breathes on it, that can be a huge turn on. It's very sensitive to most women. It's an area that cannot be overlooked. The next hot spot on a woman's body are the ears. Yes, for most women, the ears are very sensitive. If the ear is licked or kissed on the earlobes especially, or even gentle whispers to the ear, can be a turn on. And that breath, especially if it's fresh breath, that can be a huge turn on for most women. So don't skip on that, my brother, okay? Now let's move on to the next area that can really get a woman turned on. And this one, not only is it obvious, but let me tell you that this one can drive a woman to orgasm. Yes, look out for my video where I talk about 10 or 11 common types of female orgasms. This one is one of them. That is the breast and the nipples. Yes, you can gentle massage her breast, lick or kiss the nipples, and if you do it right and for a good length of time, if you perfect your skill on how to handle her breast and nipples, do you know that she can actually orgasm from that? Yes, sir, she can. Yeah, it is possible to have an orgasm just by playing with the nipples or the breast. It's an area that cannot be overlooked, so don't sleep on this one, guys, okay? Now let's move on to the next hot spot on a woman's body, and for this next one I also featured it on the men's list as well. It's something that's common between men and women, and that is the inner thighs. If he massages the inner thighs and lightly strokes the inner thighs and kiss the inner thighs on his way to you know where, that can be very arousing. It can heighten anticipation on what is to come next, okay? So ladies, keep those inner thighs and that skin nice and smooth. Don't skip on exfoliating your skin and using the right type of lotion to make sure that you maintain a silky smooth skin, okay? All right, now let's move on to the next hot spot on a woman's body, my friend. And if I may say, this is the most sensitive place or area in a woman's body. Yes, the clitoris has over 12,000 nerve endings. Yes, for the longest time they thought it had 8,000, but research has shown that the clitoris has over 12,000 nerve endings, making it the most sensitive area in a woman's body. It can be kissed, it can be gentle or firmly squeezed or played around with clean fingers or a clean tongue. This can drive a woman to orgasm. Most women who have a hard time reaching an orgasm through penetration actually can orgasm from having their clitoris stimulated or touch through oral sex or lightly and gentle or firm touches? Yes, it can. Most women can actually have multiple, not just one, multiple orgasms. So dude, don't slip or don't skip the clitoris. That's where the holy grail is. Okay, now I believe I've given you 6 primary erogenous zones. Let's move on to the secondary ones. And the first one on this list also featured on the men's list, but I believe for women it's even highly sensitive, and that is the lower back. Yeah, if he kisses your lower back, or if he massages it, or he strokes it lightly, that can be a very big turn on, especially if he massages the back. The next area, as he moves from the back, he can come around to the abdomen. The abdomen for women can be very sensitive as well. He can massage it, he can kiss it, he can play around with it, he can lightly stroke. Some people like to have feathers run on their bodies, but I'm not sure about that. I've heard of women enjoying having a feather just teased on their skin. His gentle touch on gentle massage on the abdomen can get a woman going. That's another area that can get a woman aroused and turned on. Okay, now another place that you wouldn't even think of, the hands and fingers, especially the fingertips. The fingertips have a high concentration of nerve endings, so if he lightly kisses on them, or just rubs on them, or just does the in and out of the fingers, that can be a big turn on. Remember, ladies, to keep your hands clean, your nails clean as well. Fingers can really get you going as well. Okay, and if he rubs your hands, you know what I'm saying? Why do we like holding hands when you are walking or when we are sitting watching TV? If he reaches out and just plays around with your hands, that can be a very intimate gesture that can turn a woman on. Moving on, this is one of my absolute favorite ones. Yes, the toes, feet and toes. Oh my goodness, the feet and toes have nerve endings, and if he knows how to kiss your big toe, that can drive you out of your mind, sis. If he plays around with your feet and massage them, especially around the arc of the, is it arc or arch, around the arc of the feet, that curving there, it is highly sensitive. And the big toe, I know for sure, I'm talking about the big toe because I know that one for me, it really is a big thing. If he kisses your big toe, licks on it, and he keeps coming all the way to the arc of your foot, that can be a huge turn on. Try it and come back and thank me later. Okay. The number 5 hotspot, secondary erogenous zone, that's not too obvious, is the scalp. Yes, the scalp. Can you imagine? I know most of you know the feeling of having your scalp massaged, especially say if you are in the hair salon and you have them shampoo your hair and they are massaging your scalp. That's an amazing feeling. Can you imagine if it's the men you love doing it? Girl, that can be a turn on, a huge one for that matter. This one, it's a bit tricky for sisters who wear the hair that they were not born with. It's good for those who have their fair hair and all. Having our scalp gentle massaged is a big turn on, and as you come down the neck and go all the way down to the breast and all the way down to the thighs, to the feet, to the toes. By the time you get to the toes, the kitty is screaming aloud for help. Okay, now let me give you a few tips on how to successfully explore these hot spots on a woman's body. Number 1, of course, you have to communicate. Communication is going to help you in establishing what works and what doesn't work. For both of you to succeed, you have to communicate. The sister has to say exactly what works and what doesn't. She has to say what feels good and what doesn't feel good. This way, the brother can continue to venture into other areas. You can't beat communication. I talk about communication all the time on this channel. The next thing that you want to do in order to succeed in exploring those erogenous zones is to be gentle. Yes, be gentle, guys, be gentle. And by gentle, I mean be gentle. You cannot just be putting too much pressure on the breast or too much pressure on the clit. You have to start gentle. You'll need to start off with light strokes and then build it up to firmer pressure. Because of the good communication that you two have, she's going to tell you how it feels tingles, and she'll tell you where to linger because of how she's feeling. So pay attention. Well, make sure that you start off with very light strokes. Always be gentle. You know, our bodies are very delicate, and therefore they have to be handled with care. Okay. Now, the next tip that I want to share with you to successfully explore your woman's hot spot is to focus on variety. Don't do one thing for so long. Play around with different things, different pressure, or for example, if you're kissing, don't just be doing the same thing over and over again. It gets to be boring. So you need to mix up a variety of things. You know, they say variety is the spice of life. Oh, I haven't heard that or said that in a long time. But yeah, that's what it is. Just mix it up just for the excitement. You know what I'm saying? And then the last thing that I want to give you a tip on is to pay attention. You need to pay attention to the reaction or the cues that she's giving you. You don't want to miss any important thing that she's trying to communicate with you. Same with you sisters. When you're doing it to your guy, make sure that you pay attention to his cues. Okay, this is for both of you. You need to pay attention to each other. You want to pay attention to your body language, her verbal cues. These are going to guide you in what you are doing right or what you need to change. I hope these 11 hot spots on a woman's body are going to be a game changer in your sexual intimacy life. If you need some one-on-one coaching, hey, I'm here for you. Even if you are preparing to get married, I am here for you, sisters. You can check out the description box below where I'm going to leave my calendar and the link to my book, Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy. That book should be in every household where there's a married couple. It is a guide. It is chock loaded with information, tips, and what to do, styles, and life-changing exercises. Whatever you can think of, it's in that book. And if you are preparing to get married as well, I'm here for you. I am your auntie. Yes, I am your auntie. I am your sister. Get in touch with me through the details that I'm going to leave in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, I know without a shadow of a doubt that you'll enjoy this next one here. Okay, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, indeed. Share with your co-workers, your besties. Remember to do small things with great love, from my heart to yours. Don't forget to keep it spicy. Until my next video, bye bye.